So if you personally ask me, guns are not the issue. If you ask me, it's the knowledge of gun use. I know that what they did, they went in there and went crazy up in the front. You a lame, cause you just want to do it, so you a lame. Yo, it's good, you bro Chris Brown. That video y'all filmed today, we got the Philadelphia teenagers serial unaliving, terrorizing the city of Philadelphia, bro. In 7 months. That is crazy, bro. So feel me? If y'all want some more content, just hit the subscribe button, like button. I run to it.
Recently, the 16-year-old teenager based out of Philadelphia who was arrested in connection to the demise of the Philadelphia rapper YBC Duel with the help of his mom, allegedly, according to authorities, has now been charged with 4 murders in 7 months, with him now being labeled as a serial UK at just the age of 16. Today we go over these new charges while paying our respects to the victims as we go over their story in chronological order. We also speak on his co-defendants, they alleged gang, how this beef allegedly started, and where they stand today. But before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I won't give you no angle, I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We're gonna jump right to it. Family Aiden Waters, 16 years old, affiliated with the crew from Olney, known as Fast Break. He allegedly involved in a string of shootings to retaliate against enemies and to gain notoriety in the drill rap music scene. For over a year, law enforcement have been investigating gangs in Olney and Longcrest, analyzing social media and cell phone records. Apparently, these two neighborhoods have had a long-standing rivalry that heated up in the fall of 2023 and lasted into the spring of 2024, leading to multiple homicides from retaliation. Now, the first murder 16-year-old Aiden Waters was responsible for, according to his indictment, happened on January 24th, 2024. Aiden was allegedly with 2 other individuals, Anil Bugs, 19, and Nasim Santiago, 17. They opened fire on the 5100 block of Hutchinson Street, targeting a group of young men affiliated with 8th Street and Duncannon Avenue. A guy named Kevin Williams, who was 43 years old, was standing up on the block when suddenly he was struck once in the side of the head by a straight bullet, and he died within minutes. May he rest in peace and love and condolences to his family. Now, Williams, a father of 2, who was also engaged to be married, had nothing to do with Fast Break feud. Williams' mother said her son grew up in Logan section of the city and often returned to the corner of Hutchinson to see family and play chess. He was talking with a childhood friend when he was killed. The next shooting Aiden was allegedly responsible for was the shooting of Christopher Dolan. It happened about 3 weeks later, February 15, 2024. Waters, again with Fast Break members Bugs and Ryan Parcell, went to the 5800 block of Rising Sun Avenue, seeking revenge against a rival crew. They shot Christopher Dolan, a 20-year-old who was not the intended target. He was walking to pick up peace. May he rest.
What I tell y'all again, stop agitating people that got do nothing with nah.
In peace and love and condolences to his family. And according to authorities, the same gun was used for both murders. According to Dolan's mother, her son studied finance at Tennessee State University, but had returned to Philadelphia after experiencing a sickle cell disease flare-up. He was living with his grandmother in the Logan section of the city, working on improving his health and serving at food banks. According to the mother, her son wasn't affiliated with any gangs. She said, but having him grow up in the Longcrest area, he had friends from childhood who were. She was a teacher at Northeast Philadelphia Middle School. She said her and her son always showed kindness to people in the neighborhood, regardless of their backgrounds or affiliations, and that should not be a reason to kill someone. Police say within hours of Dolan's death, 2 shootings occurred in Olney that were believed to be payback. Speaking of payback, this time Fast Break was the victim. Happened 3 weeks later, March 4th, where a 17-year-old student who went by the name of Damian Taylor was gunned down while getting on a bus headed home from school. May he rest in peace and love and condolences to his family. He went to a charter high school, and the bus stop he lost his life at was just 2 blocks away. Once on a bus 2 stops away from school, 2 masked gunmen had jumped on the bus and let off rounds. 2 other high school students were grazed. The 15-year-old boy suffered a graze in the shoulder, and another.
These folks just sitting there, got out of the car, walked to the bus stop. I'm talking about they just went to the front. Bow, 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 bow. It's going crazy up in the front. I know that what they did, they went in there and went crazy up in the front. But they gotta stop
13-year-old
that.
boy shot for a graze to the buttocks. A 71-year-old woman and a 50-year-old woman were also struck by gunfire, but thank God they survived.
Philadelphia police are looking for the gunman who shot and killed a teenager and injured 4 others. The heartbreaking violence happened in the city's Ogons neighborhood. CBS Philadelphia's Alicia Roberts has new details.
A spokesperson for the School District of Philadelphia says all 3 students shot attend Imhotep Charter High School. Police say they were struck while waiting for a bus minutes after school let out for the day.
After school, we know has become one of the most dangerous times.
Evidence markers littered Godfrey and Ogons Avenues Monday night, hours after police say 2 armed suspects, described as juveniles, walked up to a crowd of about 15 to 20 students waiting for a SEPTA bus and opened fire. Police Commissioner Kevin Bethel says 2 17-year-olds along with a 15-year-old were shot. One of the 17-year-olds died from their injuries. Police believe he was targeted.
The individual that was shot, it appears that he was shot in the back. So there was no return of gunfire.
2 other people ages 50 and 70 riding a SEPTA bus that had just arrived at the intersection were also shot.
They were innocent bystanders.
Chopper 3 flew over 16th and Limekiln, where the bus driver stopped for safety a few blocks away after the shooting, as on the ground bullet holes could be seen through the bus windows.
Because the bullets went through the glass, it was able to slow down the bullet, and so we're very, very fortunate. The 7-year-old has a bullet wound to her head, but she's talking, and she appears to be at this point to be in stable condition.
It's frustrating because we've been here, it feels like so many times before.
As police continue to search for the shooters, Cindy Bass, who represents the city's 8th district, says incidents like this are a reminder for parents to be vigilant in the fight to help keep guns off the streets.
So you've got to run through those drawers. You've got to look.
Y'all finna, hey, I know y'all finna sit here and be like, you're a nobody. But I better tell y'all something. If you personally ask me, guns are not the problem. Guns are not the problem. Because the gun is not going up to nobody shooting, unaliving anybody. Someone is actually picking up that piece of metal and going and aiming at somebody and pulling the trigger. Guns are not the problem. Because the gun is not going up to nobody shooting, unaliving anybody. Someone is actually picking up that piece of metal and going and aiming at somebody and pulling the trigger. So if you personally ask me, guns are not the issue. If you ask me, it's the knowledge of gun use. But they don't want to think like that. Y'all don't want to think like that. It's the knowledge of gun use. If you got the knowledge that you're going to use the gun to protect yourself, so that means the only way you will ever use the gun is if someone has been disrespectful or agitating or if aggressively trying to take something or harm you in any other type of way. But if you is the person who is trying to be the aggressor, then you're the problem. Now I'm not saying that we probably need that, because I mean at the end of the day, like that thing is unaliving. It's unaliving people. It's unaliving people. Y'all just need, if y'all not gonna get rid of them, then you need to use your knowledge. If you mad, do not just, if you a YN, if you mad, do not just go around because you mad and you over this where you just go, yeah, shit, just go, I'm trying to unalive everybody at a club or something. Like, bruh, like, go get a life. Because clearly you don't, go get a life. Because you clearly don't care about life. Go get a life. Go get some mayas. Go out the states. Go out the country. Do something different. Instead of just throwing your life away over something petty. But let's get back to the video though.
Under the bed, you got to check the closets. You got to check everything to keep your young person safe and someone else's family member safe.
Police tell us.
So then, what if the someone else family member come out and attack your person with a gun, but he don't got something to protect himself? But the other family had to give the knowledge of that person because he felt some way, so he went and did that. Difference.
Video cameras on board that SEPTA bus did record the incident, but so far they are not releasing a description of the two armed suspects. Right now, the investigation continues. Alicia Roberts, CBS.
But then just 2 days later, authorities claim Waters and his
Popping
crew,
out 3D.
Fast Break, were responsible for another shooting at another local hospital.
Slide it.
Students were waiting for the bus at Cottman and Rising Sun Avenue.
Come back. Scoop.
And this was captured on camera. And this time it was 4 suspects.
Roll out.
The police end up arresting 5 people in connection with
Y'all gotta
this
stop
incident.
this. Y'all gotta stop.
3 shooters who opened fire on a crowded bus stop just over 24 hours ago are still at large today. 8 teenagers were hurt. 1 remains in critical condition. And now police are urging the public to come forward with more tips to help track down those suspects. It is Thursday afternoon. I'm Sarah Bloomquist.
And I'm Brian Taft. The big story on Action News today is that urgent effort to identify the shooters and get them off the streets immediately. Police did say today they believe they've recovered that stolen car that was used in that attack. They also say they're tracking down a number of tips right now.
Yeah, and they're helping. Our crews are working this story from several angles today. Action News reporter Becca Hendrickson is live near the scene with more on the people impacted by the shooting in that community. But we begin with reporter Annie McCormick live at Philadelphia Police Headquarters with the latest on the ongoing and urgent investigation. Annie.
Yeah, and Sarah, according to police, they say that investigators have made significant progress into the investigation into the shooting that happened a little over 24 hours ago. As we speak, they continue to do interviews. They're scouring through surveillance video, and additionally, they're gathering evidence from at least 2 vehicles that they believe are connected to the shooters. The investigation continues into finding 4 people connected to Wednesday's brazen afternoon shooting at Rising Sun and Cottman Avenues. 8 students from Northeast High School were waiting for a SEPTA bus when they were shot. 1 16-year-old girl and 7 boys ages 15 to 17. The 17-year-old is believed to be the target, hit 9 times. He remains in critical condition.
Doctors are optimistic. We have to get through today.
Investigators say releasing this surveillance video showing 3 shooters exiting a stolen blue Hyundai has resulted in numerous tips. The 4th person sought is the driver. Last night at around 11 o'clock, highway patrol officers located the car along the 400 block of Fern Street in Olney. Police now say they believe it was stolen from the 7th District. Sources say in the 500 block of Kendrick Street.
When officers went to take the report on that stolen car, back on the 2nd of March, they found another stolen car parked there.
In its place, they found a gray Kia Sportage, and now they're recovering evidence from both vehicles at the police impound lot. Police are investigating a motive and working to determine if this shooting is connected to Monday's quintuple shooting in Ogons, where 17-year-old Damon Taylor from Imhotep Charter was killed while waiting at a SEPTA bus stop. 2 other students were injured, as were 2 passengers sitting on the bus. There have been no arrests in that case either. Police won't say if they believe yesterday's shooting was retaliation for Monday's deadly shooting.
There's a lot more work to do to say definitively this connects to other incidents or one's connected to the other, but we're certainly looking at that.
SEPTA bus here, it just picked up some school kids. This intersection filled with those kids every afternoon, as it was yesterday when those shots rang out.
The kids are not even getting home from school. Their parents are expecting them to come home, and they're not coming home.
Holding back tears, this Quaker diner worker named Mary describes panicked teens running into her restaurant, narrowly escaping gunfire.
They were just like a deer in headlights. They just didn't even know. Like, all they wanted to do was go to a safe place.
She says she knew some of the kids who were at the SEPTA bus stop on Cottman and Rising Sun Avenues Wednesday when police say 3 suspects opened fire, injuring 8 students from Northeast High School, 15 to 17 years old.
He lives 5 minutes away, so it's just to catch the bus to get down further to walk.
Shaniqua Witherspoon says her cousin, 17-year-old Gio, was shot in the leg. The high school senior still in the hospital after undergoing surgery Wednesday.
Gio loves his gaming system. He is on YouTube. He actually gets money and things for his YouTube channel.
Let me tell y'all where it's not cool at, though. It's not cool when you just doing it just to do it. Not cool. It's cool if someone is aggressively trying to harm you. It's fair enough. You have the right to defend yourself. What the freak? In the natural wild, if something is attacking you, you have the right to run and attack it back and defend yourself. This is crazy though. Like, bruh. Just to do it though, you a lame. Cause you just want to do it. So you a lame.
She says he was an innocent victim.
Once you pull that gun and that bullet comes out that barrel, you can't change anything.
As police increase patrols both at Northeast High School and at the scene of the shooting Thursday, Witherspoon says she's trying to convince her family to move out of the city to escape the violence.
Now the city was hot and things would die down for a minute until August 18, 2024, when Waters and his co-defendants had opened fire from a vehicle on a 43-year-old male and a 14-year-old male near the 500 block of Center Street. Surveillance video obtained by investigators captured the assailant's vehicle, a gray Hyundai Sonata. Investigators also recovered 16 7.62 fire cartridges from the scene. And then the next morning, they say Waters got into another shooting. This time, he was involved in a double shooting on a 200 block of East Duncannon Avenue. That resulted in the murder of 16-year-old Marquis Sanders and the wounding of 5 other individuals.
But it's like,
may he rest in peace and level condolences to his family. Surveillance video obtained by investigators again captured the same vehicle used in the shooting the day before. But after 5 of Fast Break members would get arrested, their cell phones would be searched. And after this shooting, authorities would know Fast Break was responsible. Investigators say the bus stop shooting helped officials link Fast Break members to other shootings through cell phone location data and text messages and social media messages. About 30 minutes after Dolan had lost his life, Waters had messaged a friend saying he had just done a quote-unquote drill.
It gives me peace to know that that person is in jail, but then it's like, I still want to be able to see my son again.
A mother is one step closer to justice after police make an arrest in her son's murder. The alleged killer is already charged in the mass shooting at a SEPTA station that sent several students to the hospital. It comes as police make a 5th arrest in that case, saying the suspects may be linked to even more crimes in the city. Thursday night, and the big story on Action News is the arrest of that 15-year-old suspect. Police say he helped point out the victims to the gunman. Action News reporter Brianna Smith, live at police headquarters with more. Brianna.
Rick, Philadelphia police say now they have 5 suspects in custody, and they're all facing the same charges, including attempted murder and aggravated assault. And police say this is just the beginning. They believe now with these suspects and other evidence, they'll be able to solve more cases.
That's amazing.
We're going to come after you, and we're going to get you.
A warning from Philadelphia police as they announced their 5th arrest in the SEPTA bus stop shooting in Burholm that injured 8 Northeast High School students back on March.
Because y'all like seeing that paycheck. Y'all seen that paycheck? And y'all have a nice little heart. Y'all do have a nice little heart to keep the streets protected. Y'all do. Y'all do. But y'all still want that check though.
6th. Police say the 15-year-old boy was inside the Dunkin' on Rising Sun Avenue and communicating with the 4 other suspects who committed the mass shooting.
He even says at one point, I'm wearing this type of clothing, don't cook me. And then at the point where they were leaving the Dunkin' Donuts to walk to the bus stop, he types the word go.
Police say 17-year-old Asir Boom, 18-year-old Jamal Tucker, 18-year-old Anil Buggs, and 19-year-old Jermad Carter are in custody. Police believe these suspects are linked to other crimes, including the SEPTA bus stop shooting in Ogons on March 4th, where 17-year-old Damon Taylor was killed.
There's some kind of 2 neighborhood groups that seem to be going back and forth.
Police say Buggs is also charged with the murder of 20-year-old Christopher Dowling, who was shot and killed on Rising Sun Avenue in Crescentville on February 15th. Dowling's mother says her son was just walking to the store when he lost his life to senseless gun violence.
It gives me peace to know that that person is in jail, but then it's like, I still want to be able to see my son again.
Hoping justice is served to the fullest extent.
What did y'all want to accomplish from killing an innocent person? And then to know that they'll be in jail for a good while. To me, they need something harsher.
Now, police are still searching for the 2 suspects involved in the Ogon shooting, and they say they could use the public's help. So if you have any information about the suspects or the cases, contact police. Reporting live outside police headquarters, Brianna Smith, Channel 6 Action News.
Bro, you're
Rick?
16, 17.
So now at this point, we know 5 people got arrested. All of them fast break. Waters know he next. In his mind, he know they gonna connect him to at least 3 bodies. So him, weeks later, still not apprehended as of yet. Him saying one of the hottest artists in his city, who allegedly are just off GP by association. He takes his life for clout, knowing his life already over at just 16. August 23rd, 2024, YBC Duel and another person were driving on the 5500 block of North 6th Street around 3:30 p.m. when another car pulled up next to them at a red light and 2 shooters opened fire. Vix was struck in the chest and hand and driven by his passenger to a local hospital where he unfortunately passed away. May he rest in peace and love condolences to his family. That was enough for authorities. September 6, 2024, Aiden Waters would get arrested and charged at that time with just YBC Duel's demise. And the sad part, authorities would later find out that Waters would later get assistance from his mom. She provided the firearm used in YBC Duel's demise.
18-year-old boy is charged with the murder of a Philadelphia rapper. That happened last month in.
See, that's the hard part, cause she probably sitting here thinking she's giving her son the gun to be protective of, to be like, you know how I was saying, like if someone protect yourself, you feel me? You have the right. But he's out here. I want to say when it comes to the knowledge part, he just out here. Oh, I'm this big old gangster. Let me go around here sliding, getting all these street cred points. That's just the knowledge. He's the one going around doing this.
Albany, the 25-year-old rapper Abdul Vix, also known as YBC Duel, was killed. District Attorney Larry Krasner announcing those charges today.
He also says the teen suspect is connected to several other shootings. Jeff, what can you tell us?
Well, I can tell you that the country and this region appears to have a problem with young victims and young people shooting guns. Listen, prosecutors with the district attorney's office tonight are urging parents in the city of Philadelphia to search the rooms of their children to find guns there and call the police to have them taken away. This, as you folks have reported, as he charges a 16-year-old with double murder.
Y'all should not have no
in a light rain near a basketball court in Olney.
If you're not but age 18, no fines.
A 16-year-old with a killing of 2 and the wounding of others is part of a shooting group known as Fast Break.
A small group of young people in the city of Philadelphia made a decision to hold a gun, to point a gun at another human being and pull the trigger.
The alleged teenage shooter is Aiden
Waters.
The DA says he's the killer of 25-year-old rapper Abdul Vix in a shooting on the 5500 block of North Fair Hills Street in late August. Investigators report they've linked Waters to a wave of shootings in Philadelphia last month, along with the murder counts. He faces attempted murder, aggravated assault, and gun charges.
It's called clout chasing, is what we call it. It's what everyone calls it, I guess. You're looking for notoriety. You're looking to make a name.
I just got this text with a stock that was flagged most
likely. He just want his street cred.
And I get these alerts every day from the world.
For yourself.
Prosecutors say the guns used in the killings were illegal and one had a switch installed, allowing for multiple shots with one squeeze of the trigger. Prosecutors are urging parents to search their children's rooms for guns.
Recover the firearms that are in the homes, in the basements, under the rafters. Call the police. Tell them you found a gun in your house.
At 16, Waters is likely to spend much of his life in prison if convicted, while a city council member calls for early intervention for teens like him.
We need to find ways to get a hold of these clout chasers, these young people who are oftentimes doing things just to be noticed.
And you feel me? How is y'all gonna do that though? Let me continue the video. I don't want to go in on though And have
Once again, a 16-year-old charged with double murder in this case. The district attorney calls this a rapid response to violent crime. The alleged shooting occurred just last month.
Think about the dude who went viral, Scurry, the basketball. I hope I broke it down to a T. And I'm sure we'll later have to revisit this situation. Because as I sit back and give you guys this video, and we think about the dude who went viral, Scurry, the basketball star, the highest SAT scores in his class, the young kid who went viral. I think Gilly said that is the young man who allegedly killed his son. These fast break members was his ops. Let that sink in. But there you have it, fam. This was the story of one of Philadelphia's.
That's crazy, bruh. That's crazy. Y'all can go watch that video on my YouTube about the Gilly. But that's crazy though. And all of them, you see, he was even raised right, but he didn't have the knowledge. He didn't have the knowledge. He didn't because the gang was influencing him. He was in a double life. You know what I'm saying? It's all started at home at the end of the day. Regardless what y'all say. I also forgot what I was going to say earlier, but hey, these folk gotta stop, bruh. Like, real mess, bruh. If you're not using the firearm to protect yourself, bruh, you don't need one. At the end of the day, bruh, you can't be out here this. That's what I'm saying. We can't be the aggressors, y'all. There's way too that y'all being the aggressors tell me that y'all not doing anything else with y'all life. Cause why do y'all care so much to go take people who got money is not? Let me rephrase that. Let me rephrase that. I can't rephrase that because I feel like everyone. No, I feel like everyone who has done something besides Diddy, cause that man right there, he just pure evil. I think that most people in the rap industry who probably paid to get people knocked off, most times someone has done something for them to get knocked off. You know what I'm saying? Diddy though, that man, he just knocking out people because he just did some terrible mess. They just trying to rattle him. So he just evil. Period. It's just hard because I don't know, man. Y'all be safe out here. It's your boy CristoReacts out.
And I need me to do if I ain't get paid.